Hey guys, this is Sean Ilg. This is the next in our multi-part series on lessons that I have learned from various influencers in the social media and marketing space. Today's lessons come from our good friend Alex Hormozi, so let's go! Guys, this is Sean Ilg. Thanks again for joining the channel today. I recently came back from Think Media's Grow with Video Live in Las Vegas, which first of all had an unbelievable lineup of speakers. We have a number of videos in this series going right now, mainly tied to lessons that I've learned from the various folks that came from that lineup. Today's topic is probably the most entertaining guy at the conference, and that was Alex Hormozi. Before coming to the conference, I had consumed some of his content, but didn't know a lot about him. After going to the conference, I would now call myself a member of Mosey Nation because of the way he handles everything, to be honest with you. And the first lesson, as that rolls into it for us today, actually comes from his overall attitude, and that is being yourself. So if I can set the stage for you, Alex comes out, remember, he's a gym guy, so he's a buff guy, comes out with a baseball cap, a white t-shirt, open flannel, cut-off jean shorts. Remember, this is 1,000, 1,500 people in this audience. And then my favorite accessory was, I'm colorblind, so I can't tell you what color they were, but they were some really awesome Crocs. Now, if you're a guy that can pull that look off and have no hitch in your giddy-up, so to speak, and get right into the topic, that is what you want to see and redefines being yourself. We all know this day and age, people are fake, people are trying to put on a persona and whatever else. You can tell within 30 seconds, this is the way he is. He doesn't care, he doesn't give an F, as we would say nicely, and that makes him my kind of guy. When you see that in a presenter, that is immediately going to get your attention, and you're going to want to hear specifically what he wants to say. Guys, before we go any further, I want you to hammer, not poke, not splash, not whatever else. Hammer that like and subscribe button so we can keep producing content and share it with others. On to point number 2. He came right out to an audience that had everything from 17-year-olds, old guys like me and older, and he said, I'm going to offend some of you right out of the gates because a lot of you guys are posers. I think, this is Alex speaking, that people have to actually do some stuff before they talk about some stuff. Do some stuff before you give instruction, and don't preach when you're doing that. So it was very telling, and I had a lot of follow-up conversations with people in the audience after that really hit home with them. That yes, you can go out, learn about different things, speak to different things, and a lot of you guys do that and can be very effective with it. But I think we would all agree with Alex's point that we want to actually be able to back that up with education, experience, real life situations, things that have gone well, things that have gone poorly, and so forth. My specific situation, I've had a lot of success in my life, but I've also had a ton of failures, a ton of mistakes. And I think, as we always hear, you learn more from the mistakes than you do the successes. And that was a good part of that conversation at the conference in general through a lot of different speakers. But Alex was the one that really brought it home in a big way. And to be honest with you, had guts enough to slap a few folks in the face and say, let's make sure you actually go out and get some experience, get some of those foundational pieces. It's going to make you a better advisor. It's going to make you a better online marketer. It's going to make you a better business person all the way around. Point number 3 that I took away from Alex was you've got to be all in. You can't go halfway. We can't fake it. You have got to commit to whatever you're specifically doing in the entrepreneurial space and in the business space. He had great success building gyms and then building some systems related to the building of gyms. But as his profile grew, he really wanted to stop to a great extent. He said, and I believe him, that he didn't have any interest in becoming famous. He wanted to do his thing, make money, and so forth. But at the end, he started to see that building his personal brand and the fame that came with that was going to specifically help his business. He made that conscious decision. You could tell he spent time. He talked about that journey, getting him there. And obviously, that's one of the reasons he has gone like this in the last year or two. He understands the combination of the personal brand along with the business brand and bringing it all together. And obviously, that's helping him moving forward. Those are the 3 tips and lessons that I learned from Alex that I wanted to share with you today. But the bonus tip I have for you, it's something that we're going to talk about multiple times on the channel because it's an area that I have been instructing, advising, preaching about, to be honest with you, really my entire professional career. And that's related to the importance of ownership. There's a lot of different ways to be compensated, whether you're a contractor, employee, but more importantly, if you're a partner or a part of something on the entrepreneurial side. I would tell you the majority of people I run into are looking at the short-term benefits. How much am I getting paid? What's that project going to earn me? Do I get a bonus, commission, those sorts of things? Obviously, very important. Most importantly, though, and this is where I think Alex is totally focused, and this is why I would see Alex becoming a billionaire in the next 10 to 15 years, because of his focus on ownership. The greatest wealth building you are going to find comes from actual ownership. Ownership of a startup, ownership of real estate, ownership in a partnership, joint venture, whatever the format is. You want a real long-term piece of the action. The compensation that you will get from a paycheck or a project fee, commission, that only happens every once in a while. When you get it, you spend it, it's gone. Ownership in something that's going to continue to grow, something that you have confidence in, is really where you are going to build wealth. At this stage of the game for me, I still get involved in a lot of startups. I really don't care about monetary compensation for really the first year or two, or charging them a consulting fee, legal fee. I would like some ownership. So the last 3 startups that I've got involved in, I don't believe I've received a dime. I've received some sort of ownership, whether it's stock, membership interest in an LLC, all things that we'll talk about down the line. But you can see that is where he has built himself, taking a piece of different entities and now taking that next level. He and his wife now have acquired acquisition.com or acquisitions.com, where they are going out and trying to take established businesses, I think they have a $3 million minimum, and really take them to the next level, trying to make them 5, 10, 20x in the next few years. What's the compensation for that? Obviously, I don't know all the details, but I'm very confident that Alex has taken a nice piece of that pie. That's how he's going to build significant wealth moving forward. Thanks, guys, for visiting the channel today. Please check out the other videos in this series of lessons from various thought leaders. Peace.